Welcome to the 2023 awards by More Than Pomegranates. We have a star-studded cast of celebrities that are head over heels for the hosts. In a distant galaxy far, far away, two guinea pigs are trapped in eternal simulation created by aliens.
I'm Gore.
I'm Lilith.
Thanks to this recently discovered satellite, we can now watch their reviews for films of 2023. What a great deal this is. So huge that we have an audience of stars that are also a huge deal. Isn't that cute? Let's welcome Lilith and Gore as they enter the present realm. Here they come.
Welcome to our new channel. Ain't this a big surprise?
No. We're attention whores, so it's not really a big surprise.
Yeah, it's not surprising. I'm Gore.
I'm Lilith.
And this is our channel, More Than Pomegranates. And we're just going to review some movies, right? Well, not review.
Just talk about it as if the internet didn't need more losers talking about film.
Yeah.
That no one cares about.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Number 5.
Oh, we're going from worst to best?
Yeah, we're going worst to best.
Well, it's not worst. It's top 5.
Top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who first?
I mean, no, you go first. Ladies first, right?
Okay. So my fifth place. My fifth place is Poor Things by Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yorgos.
I wanted it to be my first favorite movie because of how wacky the visuals are, performances are, every aspect of this film is. But honestly, I was already sold by seeing a mutant duck bird dog in the first 5 minutes of it and Willem Dafoe burping out bubbles, but then it took itself a little too seriously and started to be like a self-aware Twitter girl. I think I'm just gonna lose half the audience of YouTube by just saying these things, but I don't really care. So yeah, it just became too self-aware that it's trying to preach to me, and I don't like that. And I'm saying that in a way where I like pure characters that aren't affected by society, hence my obsession with Sally Hawkins characters, but
She was in Wonka.
yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out to her,
But
Wonka.
I don't know, Emma Stone just becomes a menace.
Yeah, I agree.
I get she was surrounded by the high-class, horrible people, but she kind of becomes that too. I don't know if the film's intention was to make me see her in that light after, but she kind of isolates everyone and makes them her minion by the end, which build your utopia, sis, but I don't know, I'm not here for that. I don't see people as I don't view my friends and social circle as each serving my therapist, my slave, my, I don't know, grape feeder, so.
B word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone agrees with that, but that's just how I feel, so. Sexy visuals. Cool. I like dogs as ducks. I love Willem Dafoe.
It literally just says Poor Things, so I don't know why she's looking at the paper. It's like there's more to it.
I don't stop. And Mark Ruffalo, but no, it just didn't land like the recent Alaskan Airlines smoothly.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
That's really relevant. Yeah, it definitely was like, wow, this is the most amazing movie I've ever seen,
Literally,
and then it's like, oh. It's just Barbie.
It's Barbie.
It's just a more artistic avant-garde Barbie.
Yes.
And then you're like,
Yes.
I mean, no shame to Barbie. I like the visuals of Barbie, but it's just not.
It ain't my cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea.
And I'm not gonna get into that.
You know, we're not getting into that. It's not in our top 5. We need subscribers. We need fan bases. Okay. No, but I totally agree with you. And so what's interesting is that we're gonna have, of course, a different top 5 because you're.
Well, I'm me.
You're your own person, right?
Yeah.
But I have my own top 5. Are you guys ready?
Let me give you a British answer. It was my cup of tea.
Thank you, Chiburashka, for the introduction.
This video is just gonna be jump cuts.
My 5 for this last year, Killers of Flower Moon. I had so I'm an architect major, and I did a whole research project in the Tongva tribe in Los Angeles. So I was already kind of marinated in the concept of Native American culture in America, the history of it all, and how they really didn't have a great relationship with the new society that came in. And I feel like that was kind of the concept of the film. This new society, how, let's say, the Native American tribe, I'm blanking on which one was the...
Osage.
Osage, thank you. I did my research. Yeah, the Osage Nation, as they had money from oil, they had to kind of be forced to have a relationship with the new white American.
The white folk.
And how it's like kind of
The
a concept of
settlers.
the relationship. How is it real? Is it not? And I feel like that was the beauty of the film. And Martin Scorsese, I thought, just told it perfectly. It was a 3-hour film to me that I didn't feel like it was 3 hours, and I don't get that often. Oppenheimer, I liked it, but I felt the 3 hours. Oppenheimer. But it felt like it's not like it's Beau's Afraid. Like you feel the time.
Oh yeah, you feel the time 30 minutes into that.
Yeah, you're already like if Beau's Afraid, like 30 minutes and you're already in the floor. I don't know really how I can talk about it because it's not my cup of tea. Like I personally love fantastical films, and there was a moment where it got rather fantastical of when the mother passed away and saw her ancestors and
in the afterlife.
In the afterlife, bringing her in and saying it's welcome to the team in a way. I'm not really talking much about it. I'm very aware of the words I'm saying. I haven't really touched upon it.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I'm saying it's my fifth, and if you watched it and you like it, you get it.
Yeah, press the like button.
Press the
notifications on.
Subscribe. But let's move on to our specialty award. We have more to talk about because okay, let's be honest. I haven't watched the movie in like 6 months. I don't fucking remember everything. I'm sorry. I watched a lot of films.
No. Look, the plot of this phone call just isn't working for me. It's ordinary. It's pedestrian. I've seen it a million times. Okay.
So welcome to our first category that we are going to provide an award to and present. That was a lot of words.
Okay, just
so let's make you. I want you to say it.
Okay. So this is the best dance moment because we felt like a lot of movies we saw this year, even if they weren't musicals, had a dance number in them, which I appreciate because if you grew up with DreamWorks cinema, they always had a random. I mean, how could you forget Shrek and Donkey singing? Was that a dance?
Wait, what? Shrek and Donkey singing?
Shrek 2 at the end. Don't they sing?
Oh yeah, I wanna be a believer. Yeah.
Wait, what do they sing?
I think it's Believer.
Living La Vida Loca.
Oh God, yeah.
We love that. And then
Yeah,
I watched Mr. Fox yesterday by Wes Anderson. Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Right.
And they danced like 50 times.
The nominees are
Poor Things by Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yes.
Wonka by Paul King. I know my names.
Damn, we should have wrote the...
Saltburn by Emily Farrell.
Damn.
And Barbie by Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, so...
I think that's... If I did not get the Saltburn lady's name right... Emerald, that's why.
Let me see that. So, Poor Things, it was... Which moment exactly? It's the moment when...
Mark Ruffalo.
I think they're in, like, Spain or some shit like that. Like, some European country. Portugal. And they're dancing, and there's this moment when, like, there's this old man that says... that Emma Stone's like talking to, and he's like, oh, he's winking at me, and then it turns into a dance number, and then Mark Ruffalo is like this monkey that's jealous, and he's just like, let me dance with you too.
Up dance.
Yeah. Like that was amazing. So, but that's not the winner. Wonka dance number. I think it's just like the whole movie.
Numbers.
Yeah, just.
But my favorite one was when they were singing about the chocolate, and one of the. I think the policeman is like, I've never had chocolate like this. And he's like looking at the bus.
Yeah.
Because one of the chocolates make them dance Broadway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I never had chocolate. Yeah, like it is like a whole like big thing. Yeah.
That alone makes me give that movie at least 3 stars.
That was a good movie.
You guys don't, I don't know how people don't want to be hating on that.
This is the longest nominee thing. And Saltburn, I mean, just it's the ending.
I think like the movie everyone has seen.
Literally all of TikTok has seen that movie. So you already know. If probably everyone has only watched, every viewer's probably only watched Saltburn. So you already know that scene.
So shady.
Barbie. I mean, it was just the part.
Peeps.
Do the Peeps. You know, Do the Peeps. And the fact that Do the Peep.
But also the Ken's dance.
The Ken's dance. Yeah, that was.
I'm just Ken.
That was. Yeah. I think the Do the Peeps one is good.
Do the Peeps I like more. Yeah. When she's like, do you guys think about dying? And she's doing that.
So I think just of our excitedness is already going to say who won.
Well, we have different opinions.
Yeah, we have different opinions.
Sorry. In this economy, we could have 2 winners.
Who did you pick?
So I think Saltburn has the best dance, though I don't love that film because I personally don't think shock scenes make up a movie. Sorry, not sorry.
We already lost. We have only one viewer now.
My mother
It's
is the
mom.
only one watching. And she probably slept 2 minutes in or went on
They're all
Facebook.
fucking gone. Nice.
I don't care. So Saltburn, I think we all know what I'm talking about. But I gotta say, I've had Murder on the Dance Floor in my playlist for like at least 5 years. So just saying.
She's been on that shit before
I've been on that
became
Sophie Ellis
mainstream.
Baxter train.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just think, though I didn't think it earned it, like I said, I don't like Saltburn, sorry. I just think it's just the audacity of it all. Like, man got his hot dog out and it's wiggling.
I mean, no buns.
Yeah.
No buns up in this.
The buns are there, but the dog
buns
is
are there.
The dog
Yeah,
is
you're
long.
right. The
Like,
buns in the back. That's right.
I just think the audacity is just so, oh my god, that.
Yeah, I feel like that ending is so good, in my opinion, that like even if the story was bad or good,
There was
it's a good ending.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's like, if you were to say like, this is how I'm gonna end my film, it can be the shittiest film and be like, that's actually a really great ending, just go for it.
It just takes me out in a way where I just say, "Pfft," which
Yeah.
I appreciate. So.
Thanks, Barry Keoghan, you did it. So you just won an award by Lilith. Barry Keoghan. For me, I'm gonna pick Poor Things. There's something that I love that was so primitive about that dance sequence. It's like what I love about Poor
It's like
Things
two
is how
roosters trying to
cavemen-
get the chicken.
Yeah, it's very
Trying to get the
caveman.
hen.
They just want some they
eggs.
just want some meat, you know? And that, okay, sorry, I already lost. Yeah, we're going into that anymore, but they were so primal of just wanting to dance with this woman, and there was like this.
I mean, you know, most things in nature do that to earn their mate, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and it makes sense with Poor Things because her brain is
Of an infant.
of
Spoiler.
infinite, and she's growing up in this adult body. So in a way, she's like an uneducated adult just having fun in this new society.
Pure primitive state.
A pure primitive state. She's not even aware of what is color blue yet, you know, and she's dancing with adults. So it's crazy. And like men are viewing her as an adult, so it's like, I want that, but she doesn't even know what that is. So they're just dancing, going crazy. Like there's this moment when they have a fight and they get thrown over, and like once again, I'll go into it. I love that moment when it's just I think Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo, they're just doing this, you know, and they're just like fucking going crazy. My camera's not big enough, but that was great. So you, Mark Ruffalo, and you, Emma Stone, have just won an award. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
On to the next one.
The gig 10 days ago. You want a perfect monologue? Yo, shut up.
Thank you, Chibarashka, again, for the introduction to the fourth film.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
We both share the same opinion on this one.
I feel like this one is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I don't really know if it's even worth me saying why it's my fourth favorite movie of the year. I mean, just look at it. Like,
yeah, it's
every frame of this movie is more effort than I put into any assignment I've ever done.
For sure.
Crazy.
Yeah, they were not holding back. They were not like
They
they didn't have a YouTube addiction when they were trying to start a project, or they were on TikTok too much, or
Not that I have one.
hanging out with their friends a little too much. I said too much a lot, but they took the job
Everyone
serious.
put their booty hole into this.
Yeah, they definitely took their booty hole.
Butt to heart.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And it shows.
The reason why it's number 4 for me is because the audio in the beginning was so bad.
I honestly don't care about that aspect.
I don't really care either.
I know they had certain elements they didn't get to finish because of studio executives being psychotic, but I think it's 4 for me because the other 3, I like Spider-Man, but I don't, again, losing for audience. I don't love Spider-Man. I honestly like Miles Morales' story more. I'm more invested in his story. But
You
I
feel
just
like the concept of Spider-Man you don't love, but
I'm not
Miles
like, yeah.
Morales as a character you like more.
Yes, and I also like the first movie more because I thought there was more character moments in it versus this one was just like, whoa, the Spider-Verse is big. But I still love that. I'm not trying to put it down. I'm just trying to say why it ain't my number 1.
Yeah, I think for sure the fact that it's not number 1, 2, it is a part 1 to a part 2. And
It's a part 2 to a part 1.
is a part 2 to a part 1 is a part 1 to a part 2. It's a part 1 to a future part 2.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's cuts in the middle.
Oh yeah, okay.
And like so they're not like fully finishing every
and it ends at like the best. Well, I'm not mad. I thought the ending was like.
I love the ending. I watched it 3 times.
I watched it twice.
And it's sad that like of all the films that are higher, I've not watched more than that. I've only watched them once, but it's just not finished. You know, it's like saying Kill Bill Part 1 is one movie. You know, it's like Kill Bill Part 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's like saying Dune Part 1. Yeah, I feel like Dune Part 1's quality will be determined by the second part.
Yes.
Yes.
So I can't say I love it yet.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna wait.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Next time, if it's just as good, I'll make it 1.
Yeah, we're like that.
We're holding back right now, but I'm glad we both agree. You know, and I think we should move on to our next award.
Trust me, kid. This will all make you a better Spider-Man.
Now you announce this because I did my part.
Okay, we're getting a little sexy here. And we're going into a
there goes the
multi-nominee.
you're gonna pay.
Yeah, we said the word. We're going to multi-nominee movie. I'm not saying the director. I'm just going to say the film, and you get it. Okay.
Hopefully.
So, the category of this award that I'll be handing out is most cursed scenes. Okay, I couldn't say the word. I just want to make money. That's why we're wearing the green.
From the one, yeah.
No, just okay. Napoleon. You know, we all know the part in Napoleon where he calls for his little wifey to come over, and he's like, "Mama," he's making like animal sounds. He's like stomping the floor, like, and then you just see it. You know
what's
it's
funny
cursed.
Is Joaquin Phoenix is in this category twice. Okay, let me just say a little something.
Yeah, go
What
ahead.
is up with Scorpio actors? I'm talking about Adam Driver. I'm talking about Joaquin. Ryan Gosling's tame.
Yeah,
but what is up with all these fools being in these weird sex scenes?
Yeah, I feel like they like kind of secretly like it.
I'm watching y'all.
Yeah, it's not like, ooh, that's romantic. This is great. It's like scenes that show just how much his character is a little bit
fell on the floor. It was dropped multiple times.
It's like he's asking for mama. So Napoleon, you're in. You're in, Napoleon. Saltburn.
I mean, self-explanatory. Most of this film's relevance is made up of the fact that it has really cursed scenes.
Yeah, and we're specifically talking about the part in the dirt. You know, the fact that
the improvised part.
He in a way is father of nature to the mother of nature.
I think my favorite part about this film and its promo and its people talking about it was seeing a clip of Rosamund Pike talk about how the vampire scene was sexy.
Oh yeah,
and
I forgot about that shit.
It was sultry or something.
I think the most amazing scene for me to watch, which I had not seen or known anything about, was the sort of vampire love scene between Barry and Alison. I thought it's so sexy and charged and brilliantly done. And
I don't know, but girl, if you're a lady, I'm sorry, like fish fillet. I don't know how that could be.
I mean,
there's no way around that. There's no, unless you're like some eyes wide shut. I don't know. Okay?
You only live once, right, guys?
No.
You only live once, so it's
not if you're Puss in Boots.
Saltburn, you're in. You got nominated. You did a good job. May December. I mean, I don't think it's a funny one. It's so sad when you see with May December what happens, that that word of two people getting together almost rekindled a memory that he had when he was a 14-year-old teenager.
Yeah,
and of all that trauma, it came back when he had it with Natalie Portman.
It pretty much makes Charles Melton's character, I'm sorry, I don't know his name.
We don't know the characters. There's too many movies. I can't like fucking write every single one down, but
it just makes him come to terms with his trauma and his condition that he's been, groomed into. So there's that aspect to it, but why we put it into the curse section is because Natalie Portman, TV actress Natalie Portman, who's in telenovelas, is trying to be a method actress, and she just uses this clear victim to add to her acting abilities.
Natalie, you just made the list. So, Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
There's that moment when he's being interrogated, and then Florence Pugh
is just sitting on Daddy's lap.
Daddy's lap.
Like nothing.
Let's go. I'm like, I saw that shit IMAX 70, and I saw the whole thing. You know,
70 millimeter.
I don't know. It was cool. In its cursed way. No, and we're talking about in the cursed category. What makes it cool? It's cursed and cool at the same time, because in a way, it's, if you think about like the acting of it, like everyone's watching. Like I don't know where the line breaks of.
Well, it's not a real scene.
Oh, I know, but everyone's like sitting there, right?
I know, but it was so unnecessary.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know.
And it's like we already had a different scene with the two characters where she makes him recite lines in this, I think this weird book about, I don't remember, like, I'm sorry, this movie was long.
It's long.
I loved Oppenheimer. I just got one complaint. Needed another hour. I felt like it needed some more backstory.
But yeah, she makes him recite lines as she's on top of him too. So I don't know.
Thank you for that detail.
I think that was enough for me. I was full, and then they decided to give me some dessert.
Oppenheimer, you just dropped the bomb on the list. We're gonna go to the next one. We have two more.
Yep.
We're talking a lot. Dream scenario.
That, it's not a scene, but oh, I said the word.
So we'll bleep you out. Don't worry.
But that movie has a scene where Nicolas Cage's character meets a woman that's been seeing him, because everyone has been seeing him. But for her, there's this odd kind of confrontation they have, using that word lightly, and she tries to recreate that because it gave her so much pleasure. And my boy Nick, yeah, he reaches the climax a little too quick.
Yeah, we invited a coworker to watch this, and I'll tell you this, I was so awkward. I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching this right now with my coworker.
At least we didn't go to celebrate.
And I kind of felt bad a little. I'm like, I hope he finds this funny. I hope
he's a grown man.
Yeah, it's true. So Nicolas Cage.
It wasn't your grandma.
Nicolas Cage, he just made the list for making the most uncomfortable scene in America in 2023.
Yep.
But last but not least,
Joaquin's back.
We got mommy issues, Joaquini, and there was a moment when she glitches the person he's having intimate sex
relations with.
Yeah. And it's the woman that he's been dreaming about since he was a kid.
Yeah, you don't really know if it's reality or not because this movie's so. It's a very unreliable narrator.
Yeah, you need to help me out here. There's this one singer that like he used to be like a singer. He made T-shirts that with a frog and eyes, and Kurt Cobain wore it. They had a documentary, something like The Devil Inside Me or some shit like that. So I'm gonna put the image up, and there's a documentary. I'm blanking on the name.
Johnston.
But I think Daniel Johnston.
Daniel Johnston.
I don't know, something like that. He had his whole life, like he loved this girl, and he made music about this girl, but he never really I think the whole documentary was like he never really got to say that he loved her.
Oh, okay, you're making some hipster connections.
And so I feel like that was kind of the inspiration for that moment of where he was kept on dreaming about this woman, and he finally got the opportunity to have that moment with her. And when he's having that moment and he
goes Nick Cage.
Oh, come on, man!
And I think right?
Yes.
I don't think I'm into the whole character dies from busted nut thing. American Horror Story did it well because it's American Horror Story and it just fits that theme, but I don't know, it was just that movie was already so overwhelming with how cursed it was that I am, like I said, same thing with Slopper and same thing with this. Someone needs to edit these movies better.
Yes, Hollywood.
Not that I could do it better.
If that's the only thing we can say for this video is that please, can we get some fucking
1 hour
editors?
and 40-minute movies.
Yeah, 1 hour.
I missed that.
220 is okay.
No,
let's bring it down to like maybe 210. Hour 50, great.
210 is cute if it's Dune and Star Wars, but if it's just peopling and fucking, I'm out.
So our other two people that we wanted to put in as Poor Things, it just kind of, we thought it wasn't that cursed compared to the ones we list. Iron Claw, there was like a little moment when they're in like this car. Not that cursed. It happens. I get it. But We just did a whole spiel. We're just gonna say who wins, and we're gonna move on to the next. But I don't even. It's not even written on here who.
But because it's, come on.
Come on, what?
Saltburn.
Saltburn, yeah.
Oh.
Saltburn. Yo, yeah, Saltburn, yeah, for sure.
There's like 5 scenes.
Yeah, he's fucking the dirt.
Before you even process what you just watched, there's like another one.
Yeah, you know when I say it out loud, Oppenheimer is a little odd when you think about it. Cause
Yeah, I mean, it was a whole meme. Everyone was talking about how necessary that was.
we're gonna go with Saltburn.
Yeah.
You just won Saltburn. You just did it.
Okay.
You just won more than a pomegranate award.
There you go.
Number 3 for me is Monster by, pardon my butchering, I'm an English major, not a Japanese major, Hirokazu Koreeda. So I love this movie because it has a very interesting narrative structure, which I'm a sucker to. I mean, Memento is amazing for that reason too. It tells a story through 3 different perspectives, and it starts with the teacher's perspective, sorry, the mother, the teacher, and then I think the most interesting and innocent one is the kids. And I love it because, I mean, personally, as a writer, I just like that they took that risk of telling the story through that method, that process. And I was invested. Like, there's a kid in this movie that is so cute that...
Adorbs.
It made me want to have a son, which is something I don't really feel too often. So, down. It did that, so...
Damn, it won.
It didn't win, those number 3. So yeah, just watch it. If you like the Rainbow Road stories too, it has some of that rainbow sprinkle in there, so...
I mean, it's a good one too. It's
Yeah.
like, it's not, it's really subtle. I'm like, wow, okay.
It's subtle, and it's not usually... I feel like Rainbow Road means, in my language, it means gay, okay? I just like to call it Rainbow Road. A lot of Rainbow Road stories tend to have this tragic undertone, and though this does have a tinge of that, I think it's about accepting that and embracing it and not feeling ashamed to be you. And I know that's like been done. That's not brand new.
But I'm fine with them.
But it being through the perspective of 3 different characters makes it feel brand new too. So, yeah.
I agree. I really like that film too. But I
Okay.
have a different 3.
Okay.
And mine's Past Lives by Celine Song.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, everyone.
It's pretty
I'm pretty sure everyone who's seen it, who's seen all the films, are like, yeah, that was a really good one. Coming as a person who has a family that are immigrants coming to America, I too dealt with the concept of like, should I just, not accept me being Armenian and date somebody else, and that's fine.
In Greece. Don't tell anyone how she. She won't go. She won't go? It's like she don't want to get married.
I'm not questioning it,
We
but
shouldn't.
there's definitely a lot of things that happens in a family where they say, you should be with your own kind, your own culture, your own language, their own family. Sometimes it can be connected, blah 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 blah. I feel like this was one of the first American movies that successfully told the troubles that a person who is an immigrant deals with love. There's never really, I don't think I've seen
And
a story.
also, like, the difficulty of assimilating without losing your own identity.
Yeah, and thank you.
Yes.
I think it hit so hard. There's a lot of moments when they went into visuals when they were in their childhood, playing around, remembering the neighborhood that they grew up on. The small little cultural quirks that we all have. The simplicity of it all, and noticing those simplicities was shown through the film.
Appreciate
and
it.
then when it's contrasted and juxtaposed to the relationship she has with that's a rather American relationship that is
in New York.
and so on and so forth. You see the two
You see the
relationships
depth of,
being there's a different depth, and you as the audience are
You want to deny it like she is because she's not accepting that truth, but you're like, I mean.
Well, with us, it's like we were like, yeah, leave that guy. But what's hard is like you see that there's a clear relationship that they love each other and they're comfortable with each other.
They don't make him a villain either. He's not like, he didn't he literally learned Korean. I mean, come on, green as flag.
I feel like what sucks is that whatever we're talking about, if you don't watch the film, you're like, what
So yeah,
are they
we
talking
literally
about?
lost 99%.
Yeah, literally everyone that's watching this makes.
But I've always wanted channels that are more spoily talky. You know, I like to see people's thoughts. So
yeah, we always wanted to make content for people that just watch everything.
yeah, and just don't have a friend to talk to because I only have him to talk to about these things.
And I only have you to talk to.
Yeah. So we're stuck with each other.
Welcome to our family. Yeah, that's number 3. Past Lives by Celine Song. Yours, Monster by who?
I'm not reading that again.
Yeah,
half the Japanese people don't like me anymore.
You know what I want? What? Chicken wings.
Holy shit.
And time for the award.
Okay, my turn. So this award is called Solo Show Performance, which means they ain't the main character, but they could have been the main character because my eyes were on them more. I was more invested in them than I expected to be.
Right.
Because you're like, it's called Barbie, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler.
You know, like that picture of the homeless man, and he has like a stick, and there's like this cloth around that stick, and there's clearly like some food and belongings. Whoever is on that list did that to me in the film. He just scooped me up and took me out.
I was like, how is this gonna conclude?
So let's get ready for the nominees. You're on the list.
So I just spoiled the first one already, but Ryan Gosling as Ken in Barbie. I mean, I think we all agree with this one.
Do we all? I mean,
I'm just gonna assume we all do. I don't care. I mean, just that scene alone where he's standing and wanting to ask Barbie out and he just flexes his arm. He just really tries to get that bump, that bulge prominent. Already to me is miles more, you know.
You looking at that muscle?
That was miles more entertaining and just making me aware of the character than Margot. Sorry.
Yeah. You know, I love when they bring up like, why is Margot Robbie's performance of Barbie so plastic-like? And they're like, well, duh, it's a Barbie.
But then Ken's out here.
Why is Ken out there like with like
ripping his heart out?
Yeah, ripping his heart out. He's showing like this sense of like, I'm a bro that wants to impress you.
Yeah.
Like Barbie's just like, like I don't really know where are the rules for Barbie and where's the rules for Ken? Who set that up? You know, because like Ken went to Super Bowl with his performance. You know,
he did. Yeah.
So Ken, you
Ken. We're talking about Ryan Gosling, not the other Kens.
I'm surprised we know the name.
Yeah. Next is Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things.
I mean, Marky Mark. If you watch 13 going to 30, if you go watch 13 going to 30, you're like,
yeah, everybody has.
Like that shit's the shit, and you're like, you're the homie with Mark, and you followed him with like Marvel and him being Avengers and trying to show like I'm the guy, I need to be part of the team, and you see him in this moment of Poor Things where he's just going off and doing his own performance.
Oh yeah, he's an actor.
You're like, oh yeah,
he's an actor.
You're like, this guy is the real flippin' deal. You know, what the fart.
He just plays that character, the pompous, arrogant character so well. And what's good about his character though is you could see why you'd be drawn to Mark Ruffalo showing up at your window and taking you like Romeo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gone. I'm with him.
Yeah.
But then I was like, he has a side to him that something's weird. Like it's like, you know, like when you meet somebody and there's something off about them and you have an immediate taste, but you're like, let's not think about that.
It's
right
Mark.
now.
Yeah,
it's Mark. You see this guy? Like, look at him. Like he's going off, talking to me like this.
He got that moolah.
I'm sorry. That dance performance, once again, that shit was amazing. I don't like the part when near the end he was in a insane asylum and he became this like little snitch.
Yeah. But he still killed it.
He still killed it.
Yeah.
You know.
That wasn't his fault.
You don't like it's when there's a performance that you don't expect out of somebody and it just kind of hits a home run on you. Come on, Mark. He just did it. He just did it. He took me to the Super Bowl.
Okay. Next is Davine Joy Randolph from Holdovers. Yeah. I mean, she was the heart and soul of this movie. I thought that her grief contrasted with Paul Giamatti's character's troubles and damn it, I'm so bad with names.
The teenager boy that's in it?
Yes,
just say
I'm
the
so
teenager
sorry.
boy. I'm sorry. We're going to put the name right here.
This is my first video.
Rookie mistake.
Besides the ones I would record as a teenager, but yeah, I mean, she's the heart and soul of this movie.
I mean, I think Heart and Soul is like an understatement. Like she's like the narrative chess piece, like that.
Just that scene
moves everybody.
I think the scene of her standing by the record player, just that image alone was just imprinted in my head.
Yeah, when she's like pushing, she's like, get away from me. Like she's having a mental breakdown.
Well, even before then.
Yeah.
Seeing her like and be happy about her sister having a kid too. It just made me so warm inside. And like even the moments where she's being shady, where she's like sitting with Paul Giamatti and being like what the fuck? I don't know.
She was the s'mores,
but it made me cry.
And she made what's so nice is that like she moved everybody.
She's just so well realized.
Yeah, she's so well realized.
You don't see that it's an actress at all for even a millisecond.
Right. So
love her.
I'm speechless for that. I want to watch that movie 20 more times.
Yes.
I love that film. She's on the list.
Okay. And last but not least, Charles Melton from May December.
Yeah, Charles Melton. I mean, that moment when he's breaking down, telling his wife, who's played by.
Oh yeah, he tries to get be a little bit more aware of their
relationship. Like,
why
hey,
they tie
what
the
the
knot.
like, what is this? Like, I'm starting to realize this is all a little odd, and let me have a conversation with you.
Yeah, let's acknowledge
And that moment when he's like breaking down and crawling into himself, and that was just great. But before that, honestly, I'm not okay. This might sound a little odd, but he kind of was mentally stunted. Like he was.
Well, he was.
He was emotionally and mentally held back
because of what happened at age 14.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. He plays someone who's stuck in that age so perfectly, even though he's clearly like a grown man. And I thought the part with his son, where they had a moment on the roof, also conveyed that. Because clearly he's never gone to experience those thrills as a teenager, or sneak out at night.
Yeah, and I didn't know who the fuck he was before he came in and watched this film. He floored me.
We didn't watch Riverdale, so.
Yeah, but who got the award?
I enjoy Randall.
Rock, paper, scissors, rock.
Oh.
Rock, paper, scissors?
It's the last one. Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it.
Okay. I go first. For my one top movie of 2023.
Not excluding Anatomy of a Fall.
Yes, we're going to put up a list of every movie, again, that we haven't seen. It's going to be a slideshow.
Okay.
I'm picking the Wim Wenders, the great Wim Wenders, who recently released a film about a janitor that cleans toilets.
Toilet cleaner.
Yeah, toilet cleaner. The movie is Perfect Days. I saw it in American Cinematheque. Wim Wenders came out and spoke with Willem Dafoe. And Werner Herzog came out. I am so
Tell me
cool.
you live in LA without telling me you live in LA.
And guess what? I asked a question. Willem Dafoe picked me. I spoke to
Jesus
Willem
Christ
Dafoe.
saw you.
Whoa.
That thing just flying.
It was Jesus Christ himself. Okay, Perfect Days. It's literally my favorite film. I have a bit of a bias with Japanese films.
Yes.
It's made by a German, but I love it just because.
Why did you say gentleman?
No, German.
German?
German. It's by a German.
Oh, German.
A reason why I like it so much is that it reminds me all the good of Wim Wenders. That he's able to insert so many details that as an audience member I want. Like, for example, a lot of really funny side characters that enter that show the humanistic side of the community roundup, right? You have this little moment of a character that's homeless that used to be this famous, like, IRL, like a famous actor who's playing this character.
Famous dancer. I'm like the fact checker.
The fact checker, yeah. I'm just the one that's all over the place. Yeah. There's so many little details, so many little fun side characters, and it's just about a man that cleans a bunch of different toilets that are beautiful in central Tokyo. And you would think it's a really talky film. It's not a very talky film. It's just show, not tell. And I always hear that, and sometimes I get annoyed when people say, "Oh, I only like films that show, not tell." But this is a great movie. That's not. It is show not tell. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't think it's really out anywhere.
I mean, there's not any spoilers about it, honestly.
It's just
you can't spoil it.
Like it's just a really good like Patterson. If you've seen Patterson by Jim Jarmusch.
Yes, it's
like
Patterson's cousin.
It's like Patterson's Japanese
Except
cousin.
take out Adam Driver and yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit more side characters.
Yes.
A little bit more side characters, a little bit more quirks. And the one thing that I asked to Jim Jarmusch, I asked to Wim Wenders, was that I wondered why you cornered, or why did you show a janitor in a perspective that is not like ostracized by the community? You showed a janitor that is very confident with his skills. He knows what he's doing and he's aware of it. And he said because Japanese people take everything as though it's a craft, right? And I don't want to like put them on a pedestal, but I can see that. Like it's like game respects game, and he clearly had a philosophy of how to clean the toilet. It's not too deep. It's just there's a lot of passion being put
And he was
into
asked to promote the new toilets in Tokyo.
Yeah.
By
Oh yeah.
12
That's
architects.
another thing.
On top of the Tokyo Tower, I met with a friend of mine, Werner Herzog.
Yeah. We're on the last part. Last movie of 2023 that we liked the most.
Yes, loved.
Loved. Yeah,
Strong
I mean,
L.
it has to be the LOV.
Strong LOV.
E.
D.
What did you pick?
I know this isn't like cinematically, critically, it's not the Tar of this year, if you know what I mean, but mine was Holdovers. It's the movie that I see myself revisiting the most in life. I would own the physical copy of this. Rip Best Buy taking that out, but however I can acquire it, I would totally buy it.
Damn, physical copy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would show this to my grandkids.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this was our Christmas movie. It was not Elf. Well, it was Elf too. It's just, it's a prestigious Christmas movie to me. But I just love this movie. I mean, I think it's impossible to dislike this film. I think you have to be dead inside to go to that route. I don't know, but everyone brings their A game. It has that 70s nostalgia to it, but not cranked up to the max where it depends on the nostalgia to make it relevant. And it just has so many moments I could recall and think about and just look up to the ceiling and be like, that was nice. And it made me want to drink hot chocolate, which, I mean, come on. Not that it has hot, it's not like, because it's not like a Polar Express level of hot chocolate, but it just makes you want to indulge in sweets because it's so sweet. But it could make you cry too if you want it to make you cry.
It could, and I agree with you. You can take anyone to watch this movie.
Yes.
And I think there's not a lot of films in 2023 that I say, wow, I really want to take
No, like
everybody
your
out.
dad could watch this, your cousin, your mom, your best friend.
I think every film we put on this list is a film that I would take. So I would say like you
Poor
should.
Things? Oh, you don't have Poor Things.
No, I don't have
But
Poor Things.
I ain't taking people to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're artsy, fuck it, let's go.
I don't know.
Anything else?
I don't know. I feel like I've talked a lot about this movie, but
Yeah, we've already talked a lot about it.
it just made me feel wholly satisfied, which one thing I gotta say about this year is a lot of movies were like
So close.
they had me in the beginning or they had me in the middle and then they did not land. They did not land smoothly.
Yep.
And I know we're at an age in cinema where we shouldn't be too critical because we don't really get original movies too often, but I can't help it. I've seen a lot of good, so.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I feel like American Fiction, Poor Things, Beau is Afraid, Dream Scenario, they're all good films in their own way, but I don't know why something about the endings
A few
really
tweaks about
didn't.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you tweak them, they would be like amazing films. You're like, whoa, this is another thing, but they didn't. But Holdovers, I agree. It
just
really
is
just was all around
A
perfect.
really good diner meal.
Yeah.
And in a
Yes,
diner.
yes, I agree with you.
Which I just think, I love good sushi, but I just think something about fried chicken and waffle is timeless. So.
Timeless. So I think we didn't do a good outro, but I just want to say thank
We're
you guys.
virgins.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
I don't think you should make that plural. That should be thank you for watching.
Well, I'm gonna be one of those type of people who lie to themselves. There are thousands of people who are going back and looking at our 2023 videos because we made 2026 videos, and it's so cool. Okay, so thank you everybody from the future. If you're here and you like this video, just give a comment down below. It helps us.
Even if you're calling me a squirrel, because I've gotten that once. So I wrote that as a
squirrel.
Y'all, I think squirrels are cute.
If you hate our opinions.
If you hate overbites, then leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you hate everything we said, just leave it. Honestly, leave a dislike.
You still get money from that.
I mean, we're not here for the money, but we're dressed green to manifest the money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right.
Shake my hand. Yeah, do it for this, okay?
Yeah, like pretty good ass.
How could you say no?